To steal a line from Mr. Deeds, today we're gonna see a SWAT cop handle a problem by being very, very sneaky.
Palm pepper spray is next generation OC spray. It's hot at 1.4% major capsaicinoids, and its modular design means you can customize it exactly to you. 3 different setups, lots of different color combinations. You can make it exactly as you like. And the flip top safety prevents accidental discharges. It's 10 to 12 foot range and 25 half-second blasts. Make sure that you can keep that long range eye poke at long range. I trust Palm OC and I recommend it for everyone for self-defense.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's badge cam lesson here at Active Self Protection. I am your host, John Correa.
I'm your co-host, Mike Williver. Today's video comes to us from my old stomping grounds, Chula Vista, California.
Chula Vista police are responding here to a bunch of 911 calls of a couple of homeless guys in this kind of hallway, exterior hallway of this apartment complex, causing a ruckus and threatening people. Let's listen in to their interaction. It goes right to heck.
Hey, back up, man, back up.
Chula Vista
Back
Police.
the fuck up.
Chula Vista Police.
Back the fuck up, man. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Let me see your
Back
hand.
up. Back up.
Let me see your hand.
Don't shoot me, man.
Chula
Back
Vista
up.
Police.
Back the fuck up, man.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up, sir. Back up, please.
Come
Now.
out from behind there.
Back up, sir, please.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up, sir, please. Back up. Sir, back up. Back up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Back up. Yes, I'm right. Don't fucking do it, man. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Watch your yelp up here. Give us
Back
that. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife now!
That's a bad situation! De-escalate the situation!
Get out of here now.
Back off!
Now. Get the back up. De-escalate.
North City.
Dude, back
Please,
off!
back up.
Drop the knife!
Back off!
Drop the knife!
Stop!
Drop the knife!
Back off, you guys!
Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
No, bro. Back up.
Drop the
I'm
knife!
gonna cut his throat back
Drop the
up.
knife!
Back off!
Drop the knife now! Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife now! You're gonna get shot!
Back the fuck
Drop the
up.
knife! Drop the knife!
Dude, back
Drop
off!
the knife!
Go around the corner! Please,
Drop the
dude.
knife!
Go back.
Go back!
Drop the
Please,
knife.
go back!
Drop the knife!
Go back.
Please, just go
Drop
back!
the knife
Go
now!
back now.
Drop the
Go
knife!
back now.
Drop the knife!
Go back!
Drop the knife!
Whoa, go around the corner!
Get out of here.
We need somebody with
No.
K-9 over here. We have a subject being held hostage with a knife.
You guys need to go back there, around the corner, and give
Drop the
him a
knife!
chance to split up.
Drop the knife!
I'll run for it.
Drop the knife!
Get the fuck out of here now.
Drop the
Just
knife!
move.
Bro.
I'm gonna get killed over this.
Drop the knife!
Dude,
Drop the knife!
back up.
Back up now.
West corner of the
Now.
complex.
Now.
Drop the knife!
Back up now.
Drop the knife!
Back the fuck up now. Now.
Drop the knife!
Back up now.
Drop the knife!
Back up now.
We can't because you have a knife to his neck. Drop the knife!
Get up.
Drop the knife!
Back up now. Back the fuck up now.
Drop the knife!
Back up now, man.
Drop the knife! This is as far as I'm going. Drop the knife!
You're gonna have to go back.
Drop the knife!
Go back further.
Drop the knife!
Go back further.
Drop the knife!
Go back
Drop
further
the
now.
knife! What is your name?
My father's gonna see the fuck out of this
What is your
apartment.
name?
Get the fuck back.
What is your name? Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Drop the knife. Chula Vista Police. Back up.
Drop the knife!
Back up.
We're right here. He's got a knife to the guy's neck. Drop the knife. We're not going any further. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. We're not going any further. Drop the knife. Yes, it's up to his neck. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife now. We're not going any further. Drop the knife.
You're gonna have to, man.
Drop the
Get the
knife.
fuck out of here.
Drop
Just
the
go.
knife.
Please.
Get Pepperball. Get Pepperball.
You guys are not gonna
Get
just
Pepperball.
fuck me.
Drop the knife.
It's on his jugular.
I'm not joking.
Back up now.
You're not that good of a shot.
Back up
Back
now.
up.
Drop the knife now. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife.
Dude, just you're
Drop
not listening
the
to that.
knife.
Now.
Just
Back up
please.
now.
We can't now that we're
Back the
here.
fuck up now.
Drop
Back
the knife.
up.
I'm gonna cut him and I'm gonna stab your dog to death. Back up.
Just back up, please.
Drop the knife.
Back up.
Dude, I didn't do anything to deserve this.
Back the fuck up now.
Back
Does he have knives to his throat?
Now.
Drop the knife. I don't know. He has it to his knife.
Now. Back up now, guys.
Please, back up.
Listen,
Get the fuck back.
Dude, the fact that you have that knife in his throat scares us.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
It's the fact that he's gonna get killed in the result.
Hey, by now, we can get inside this apartment from the outside.
Nobody will get killed.
You're gonna
Can
kill
we?
him.
I can't hear you, Fawn.
Dude, stop.
Can we or not? Can we get in that apartment from the outside?
Give
Give
me
us a chance. Give us a chance to back up.
Who gets to see you?
Take my spot.
Back up.
I got you. Taking over. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. You wanna get on?
I'm telling you right now. If you don't back
He's a
up,
CEO of McDonald's.
look, the gun's down. The gun's down. Back up. All you
Back
got.
up.
You're around the corner now.
He doesn't feel safe.
Please don't let this thing go through this door. man.
Listen, the gun's down, bro. Just talk to my partner, okay?
Stop aiming at me.
On me.
Back up now.
Stop.
Back up now.
On. No, to the left. I want him to open the door.
Back up, motherfucker. Now.
I'm not holding
Now. Back over there.
I'm not holding
Now. Back over there.
Stand by.
Hey, has anybody got it out? Has anybody got it out?
The SWAT K-9 cop used the 5.56 spell and it proved very effective. Our perp did not make it through this one, as you can expect. No one else was harmed in this incident. Now, Mike, I know people who are not from the San Diego area may not know this, but Chula Vista, a bit of an interesting town.
Yeah, it's got a nice part, a not so nice part, and you know what it has also? No one who makes as many arcane cultural references as John Carew.
Geez, Mike, this is just a goat rope from start to finish. I don't think it's one caused by the officers, but these are the kind of ones where you're gonna respond to it and like, what in the world do I do this? There's no policies on this.
Yeah, this was definitely not on their or anyone's bingo card for their day. You know, we joke that, you know, the police get to the roll call, maybe they'll have a little snack, they'll chit chat, they'll talk about the news of the day, about what's going on the beats or whatever. Then you hit the street not knowing what you're going to encounter. This is an absolute mess. And we have a lot to talk about here, a lot to dissect, but yeah, this is not anything anyone was predicting. And when they get this call, it's like a couple of guys, homeless guys, they deal with this all the time. So no one's expecting the Spanish Inquisition and no one's expecting the beneath the stairwell homeless hostage situation either.
Yes, the Spanish Inquisition, only slightly less expected than the homeless hostage standoff. Now, I do want to talk here again. You got about a 20-foot hallway distance here, all right? So you're right in that 7-yard range, and you got a guy here who's taken a hostage. Officers, can you take this shot? Does this guy need to get shot? He absolutely needs to get shot. And we're going to see here, Mike, that they actually do end up getting a full-face presentation for about 1 second. You can see the officer has a dot on his pistol here. So he's got the advantages that he needs if he has the marksmanship skills that he needs, but in a real world environment, can you hit that 4-inch circle of a face at 7 yards from a low ready in a second? I think it's a problem that we don't consider as often as maybe we should on the range.
Yeah, you know, there are targets. I'm sure everyone's seen the target of the hostage taker with that very small presentation of, you know, just the side of the face or whatever. The bottom line is you've got to know your marksmanship abilities and your limitations. And if you know you're not confident taking that shot. You just can't take it until you absolutely have to, because the guy's being actively stabbed. It's a tough situation to be in, and it's very dynamic. He's constantly moving, so you don't. I mean, you're hoping to get this miracle shot off with a pistol from 7 yards and not injure the victim in the process, and it's just extremely difficult, and it's dynamic. The guy's always moving, so you don't get 3 or 4 seconds of that presentation that you'd like to have ideally. So it's a tough one, and I'm kind of glad they didn't shoot if they knew they weren't able to get an accurate shot on this guy. I'm glad that they held off.
This is a great reason to have standards for yourself that are way higher than your department standards. Remember, the department standard is set by a lawyer for liability. It's not set by somebody who's going to have to rescue a hostage on this day. So you and only you can keep yourself to that standard and to exceed that standard. I do think here he could have used the wall as a stabilizing device to help him to have a better shot here. And we do have officers with rifles. And I will say here, I'd rather have a long gun. A rifle was a much easier shot with this than a pistol will be. But with the rifle, you got to consider the fact that your holdovers here are pretty significant still, Mike. That with a pistol here at 7 yards, even if you've zeroed at 25, you're probably talking 3/4 of an inch of offset between where the dot is and where your shot will hit. So that's probably not a big deal. But with a rifle, you could still be at 1.5 inches, even 2 inches of offset here, because the dot is going to be higher than where the shot hits on this particular one. And if you don't know that cold at that distance and exactly where you need to aim, that's going to cause hesitation and cause time. And they only got about a second here of presentation of that full face.
Again, this is why the training beyond your agency standards is critical. So what's John talking about? For those of you who aren't really well versed in firearms and optics and stuff, basically what he's saying is you have your rifle, your optic, the little glass thing on top. You have that set at such a way that at 25 yards, exactly where you put the dot, assuming you can shoot well, where you put that dot is where the round goes. Well, the further away or closer you get to the target, it makes a difference, and you have to, quote, offset it, meaning you're going to aim at a different point in the air than you would from 25 yards. So if they don't know that, if you don't practice that going in, then I would recommend you don't take that shot, because you really don't know where the round's going to go. But that means getting in closer than, frequently 25 or 50 yards is the closest you get when you're training with a rifle. You got to get up close and personal and actually see where that round will go in training on a paper target before you feel confident doing it in the field. I know a lot of agencies don't do that, but it's something that you could do on your own time if your agency isn't providing you that training. If they're not providing you that training, shame on them, but you still got to get it done somehow.
Yep, and props to the officer with the rifle here, finally using the wall as a stabilizing device. He looks like he has his poop in a group from all that perspective. But again, a very small target, and our purpose hiding behind his victim, and you just may not have a shot. Now, I love the sneaky that they're going to end up with here, because the news stories that we've linked in the description, the officers got the people inside the apartment out through the front window, out through the window on the side, and that let this officer, who is SWAT and K-9, so he's got his tactical pupper with him, but also SWAT cop. I have a friend, we both have a friend who is one of them's, and he unlocks the door here and lets the perp open the door, who he'd been trying to open that door for some time, and then he's just going to sneak over and dome him. And this is a kind of creative problem solving here that, hey, I got an angle on the guy and I'm going to use it. Props to him for thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it's well outside the box, by the way. I don't know that I would have thought of that, but fantastic idea. Getting the people out of that apartment is good, period, regardless, because there could be rounds flying in that direction at some point. So getting them out is great. Excuse me. I'm willing to bet that in the process of getting them out, they're like, hey, well, we're getting them out, we can go in. Why don't we go in and see if we can surprise this guy? Definitely out of the ordinary, unorthodox, but I think a fantastic plan in the end, because from the other angle we're seeing from out front, they just don't have a lot of options. They don't have a lot of options to get this guy separated from his hostage long enough to get a shot off or to get anything done. This could have gone on for God knows how long had this not come up. So I think great job thinking outside the box. This is what you have to do sometimes as a law enforcement officer. There's no class in the academy on what to do when you're in this intractable situation where you got a guy being held hostage and there's no way to stop him from doing what he's doing. We can't stand here for 3 days, and just with this weird standoff. Something's got to get done, and they figured out a way to get it done.
They really did, and props to him for that. Again, he's using a rifle here, so probably at this point, the technique that I'm gonna suggest is a canted, you're just sighting down the barrel here because you're so close. You're within a yard or two, and basically, you know, you stick it in his ear and press the trigger, and a 5.56 round at any range really, but certainly at this range is gonna look like you shot a watermelon with this guy. So you gotta expect a lot of mess, but if I had to choose between shooting somebody with a rifle and shooting somebody with a pistol that I needed to stop right now because they're a deadly threat, I choose that rifle every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That was a great choice from him and a good marksmanship from him as well. Now, our dude comes out. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, they knew he was the victim, whatever. Remember, just a minute before, or a few minutes before all this started, he was one of the miscreants. And he did turn into a hullabaloo and into a victim as well. And so, you know, props to these officers for not roughing this guy up too much. It might have been wise to have somebody that was their primary job to take this guy into custody and make sure he was okay. But thankfully, they didn't rough him up too bad, Mike.
Yeah, this guy is probably, I mean, I think you said miscreant. I think that's an appropriate word. He's probably not, you know, they were not on their way to church to sing in the choir or to go to Bible study, right? So yeah, you want to have this plan out. Just like if you have like an active shooter situation, you have teams of officers whose job it is to trust no one as they come out of that building. Hey, hands up, keep your hands in your head where I can see them. We don't know who's who yet. In this situation, I think, yeah, this guy should be initially treated like a suspect until we know otherwise, because we have no idea what he's up to. These two were apparently buddies, so birds of a feather, if you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I think they did a fantastic job here of knowing their limits, right, and not shooting when it wasn't appropriate to do so because of the danger to the victim, but using things outside the box, going through the house. Fantastic work. The guys did a fantastic job in covering their and everyone else's asp.